So if you're looking for a compact, portable bicolor light that packs some kick and is cost effective, the CL100 might be it. However, it's not a winner yet. This review is not about all the bells and whistles of this thing, but it's about how I work with the CL100, why I like to use it, but also what I don't like about it, and what I think they really should improve upon with one of the next iterations of this light. So since this is a sponsored review, I'm going to start with the things I don't like, and they both relate to ease of use. Now, my number one gripe with this light is the yoke. It's a two-part yoke. This part is metal and this part is plastic. I used it with a small to medium-sized softbox, so by no means a heavy softbox. And unfortunately, that was too much for the plastic part of the yoke. There's a moving part in here that's plastic. Now, if this acts on this is gonna give sooner or later, because this is plastic and this is metal. And that made it impossible for me to set the light up at a desired angle without using pliers. Now, this made me look really stupid because it did happen on set. All of a sudden, that thing just tilted. To avoid that problem, simply make both parts of the yoke metal. Now, the other thing I don't like is that the cable connection that connects the light to the power adapter is too short to set the light up so you can light a person like of average height, like let's say a 6 feet high person with a top angle, because then the cable puts unnecessary strain on the connection right here on the light, because the power adapter is just dangling in midair. I think 2-3 more feet of cable length would be perfect. On a quick side note, one of the hallmarks of great gear, at least in my opinion, is that you don't have to think about it, don't have to worry about it at all, that you can rely on it, because that frees up your mind to think about the most important thing, which is the image, which is the end result essentially, which is what you're getting paid for. Now, here's all the things that I do like about the CL100. Number one, form factor. Look at this tiny fella. It's super compact and super lightweight. So it's easy to bring, it's easy to set up, and it's easy to move around, which for the type of work that I do, where speed is of the essence, is very important. Now, usually when you do client work, you go to them, they don't come to you. The easier this thing is to transport, the better. That's why I really like that it comes with its own dedicated box. Something else that's going to cost you extra, but that I like, and that is important if you're out in the field and you don't have a generator with you, or the set is sound sensitive, you can get an optional V-mount battery plate that hooks up to the light stand. You can group multiple CL100s and use one remote to control them, which is convenient. You have different fan speeds, so if you're on a sound sensitive set while the camera ain't running, you can set it to full blast, cool the whole thing down, and have a better chance of it not turning on while the shot is going on. However, they are rather quiet, so this scenario right here, the softbox is about 3 feet from my face. So this is about 4.5 feet from my face. This ran on full blast and the mic didn't pick up anything. I could hear it, but the mic couldn't. So it's not a big deal even in YouTube scenarios like this. And it for sure isn't a problem doing interviews where you have a normal distance, a regular distance between your talent and your light. You also have scene modes available to you. Now, me personally, I have no use for scene modes with the type of work that I do, but if you're into narrative stuff and you know a good sound designer, I'm sure you can pretty convincingly fake a variety of situations. Oh, and before I forget, here's something about the cable connection between the light and the power adapter that is important. It's a screw-in connection, because not all lights that I use have a screw-in connection right here, and if this comes undone, but the light is all the way up on the light stand, it turns off, and there is no way for you to turn it back on except repositioning the light or bringing it down from the light stand, which takes time. Okay, quality of light. Color rendering index, 97+, so almost a full spectrum, really good. I don't have a spectrometer, but so far working with the light, I didn't run into any problems color-wise in post-production. Output, roughly 3000 lumen at 1 meter at 6500K, which doesn't tell you anything. Let's just say inside, even with a softbox as a light modifier, definitely packs enough kick for about all the use case scenarios that I can come up with. Now, as far as lighting a whole set goes, obviously that's not the use case for this type of light. We're talking about a $200 price point, 100 watts of power. This is for subject object lighting. This is for accent lighting, using a honeycomb on the reflector. This is a perfect light as a kicker, as a rim light or edge light. It's that kind of light. That's what you should be looking for if you're looking at lights of that type. No strobing up to 240 frames per second, much appreciated. Bicolor light, 2700 to 6500K range, adjustable in steps of 50. I measured the $200 light with a $2000 camera, so I believe what the camera tells me. Below 3000 Kelvin, the light seems to be a bit cooler than what the display tells you. Then above 3000, the camera says the light is actually warmer than what you see in the display. Output stability, 6500 to 4000 according to my measurements, stable. Below 4000, on your way to 2700, you start losing, all the way up to a third of a stop at 2700. Tint, pretty well controlled, slight greenish tint with my unit, starts right around 3000 Kelvin, disappears right around 6200. So 2700 to 3000, basically no tint. Above 6200, clean again. So overall quality of light, especially taking into consideration the very low price point of this light, coming in right around 200 bucks. There's really nothing we can complain about too much. While using it, I really found that the form factor is super beneficial to me. It's compact, it's lightweight, it's easily transported, so I can work at a high speed using this light. Then the bicolor nature is really important because 99% of the time I use this to light people. Interview scenarios, hero shots, faces, torsos, at the most medium wide shots. It packs enough kick to do that, and the bicolor nature allows me to match this light to other light sources. So bicolor and small form factor really is what brings it home for me. Now, if they do make the yoke all metal and do come up with a ready-made solution to hook up the cable to the light stand or simply elongate it by 2 to 3 feet, I think they have a winner. Because on the side of quality, I have no complaints. That's it. If you liked it, if you found it helpful, please make sure to leave a thumbs up. It's greatly appreciated. Any kind of comment or feedback is welcome, and I'll try to answer as quickly as possible. All the tech that I've used in this video is linked in the description. As always, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you again soon. Good, 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 good. Good, good. Good, good. Okay, Jesus.